I would like to welcome you all in the lecture series of Management Process and Organizational Behavior. Here I am going to discuss the passing package for the subject. It is typically for the exam preparation. So I'm going to do the separate session for entire lecture, but this is typically for exam preparation. So here I let you know how to prepare for the examination for the subject Management Process and Organizational Behavior, which is common to almost all the universities across India and globe. So what you're supposed to do is let me divide entire unit into six. Coming back to the unit number one, you have to focus on the levels of management and the functions of management and the skills of a manager, the scope of manager, evaluation of management. That is the total content you are supposed to confirm or supposed to verify in module one. In the unit number two, you need to study about the decision making process and what are the difficulties you are facing for decision making. Then what is the meaning of departmentation and controlling the steps and the span of control? There are different types of span of control that you have to focus because as a manager, you should understand the different span of control. Unit number three, focusing on personality, definition of personality, like a big five, then perception, errors, then attitude components, all those things. Okay. Coming back to the unit number four, you need to study about like motivation theories. Especially, you have to focus on the Maslow hierarchy with respect to pyramid, different levels. You have to talk about all the levels of hierarchy. Then Heisenberg theory and McGregor XY, the theory of X and Y factor. Then what are the MBO objectives? What is leadership? And what are the different type of leadership type? Democratic and Mountain, Blake. There are so many type of leadership styles are available. So let us familiar different type of, for example, soldiers. What kind of democratic? I say you do. Okay, that is actually one kind of one kind of leadership style. Democratic is different. Okay, then unit number five is talking about like groups and teams. Okay, what are the different types of group and the characteristics of group and teams types and different reason for failure of the teamwork. Because as a team lead, like a teamwork, there are chances of failure. What are the conflicts? And the stages of group development, that also you have to focus. Unit number six, you need to focus on organizational culture, definition of organizational culture, levels, strong and weak culture, then power sources and the change forces, stress, performance, all those things, how to overcome the stresses, all the things that comes under like organizational behavior. So you will be studying about the management process as well as organization behavior throughout these units. Now let us focus about individual unit and what are the major topics and what are the probable questions which you can expect for your university examination. Also, I'm going to give the crisp answer for that. It is very easy for you to revise also. Definition you have to study. Define management. Management process. Management includes planning, organizing, leading, controlling, and achieve the goal. What are the levels of management? Then top level management. They are the policy makers. Second, second level is middle level managers. Third one is lower level manager, which are comes under operation and the supervision. Moving on to the third one, what are the managerial skill, technical skill, human skills, conceptual skill? These are the major important managerial skill. What are the scope of management? All functions of organizations, then production, finance, HR, they are going to coordinate all the activities. Then these are the scope of management. So any questions you can expect for your university examination. Kindly prepare well and you have to elaborate this point, that is more than sufficient. Kindly underline these points in your examination. Coming back to second unit, decision making and control. What is departmentation? Departmentation, what is the meaning? What is grouping of activities by function? What is product? Then geography, customer. Those points you have to elaborate. What are the steps involved in the decision making? Identify the problem, gathering the information and data, then finding out the alternative solution, doing the evaluation, select the final best alternative, implement, and do the controlling. That means review you have to conduct it. So this is actually called decision making steps. What are the challenges or difficulty for the decision making? Time pressure is one factor, then incomplete data, then biasing. These are the major challenges. What is controlling steps? Set the standard. Okay, first of all, you have to reference it. Then measure the performance. Later, you compare with the standard with the actual, real and what is the expected one and what is the real one. Okay, that you are supposed to compare and take the corrective actions. That is actually controlling process. They may have separately explain the decision making steps, explain the controlling steps. Likewise, they are going to ask in the examination. What is span of control? The number of subordinate manager can effectively supervise. That is called the span of control. There are different types of span of control that also you have to focus. With help of simple line diagram, you need to explain. Coming back to unit number three, personality, perception, attitude, all are comes under unit number three. What is personality? Sum of physical behavior, mental traits influencing the behavior. That is called personality. Big five traits. One is openness, then second one is actually consciousness, then extraversion, and then agreeableness, and neurotism. These are the five important factors you have to remember. Big five traits. They may ask that to write a brief note on big five traits. Type A versus type B. A in the sense fast and competitive, where B is nothing but relaxed and patient. Difference between type A and type B traits. Then what is perceptual error? Halo effect, then stereotyping, selective perception. These are the different type of perceptual error. What are the different type of perceptual error? What do we mean by perceptual error? What is attitude component? It includes cognitive, that means belief, then affective, feelings, and the third one is behavioral, intention. These are the important then attitude components. So kindly remember these technical terms because these are very important for your exam point of view. Coming to unit number 4, motivation and leadership. It includes like a Maslow hierarchy of needs. In the lower level, it is a physiological need. Second one is safety needs. Third one is social need. Fourth one is esteem need. And finally, self-actualization, realization need. So that will be at the top level of the pyramids. Then what is Heisenberg two-factor theory? It includes hygiene, salary and policies, then prevent dissatisfaction, then motivations, achievement and recognition, create the satisfaction. These are the points which are comes under Heisenberg two-factor theory. Okay. Similarly, McGregor XY factor. X is actually people dislike the work. Y is the people like responsibility. So talk about like a XY factor. You talk about X and Y separately. What is MBO? Setting the objective jointly between manager and employee. That is actually basically under MBO. It measure the performance. What are the leadership style? Autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, laissez-faire leadership, then Blake and like a mountain grid leadership. It mainly in the Blake and mountain grid, the majorly the concern for the people versus production. That's a major concern. Some company like a Toyota company, they are focusing on these particular like leadership style. Okay, there are so many varieties of leadership style you may get in the university examination. Coming back to unit number 5, it comes under groups and teams. What is the meaning of group? Define group. Two or more people interacting to achieve the goal or objective. That is called a group. What are the characteristics of group? Common goal. Then interaction, norms, etc. Classification of the group. One is formal group, other one is informal group. For example, club members, club committee. Then similarly, in the college level or in the institution level, there is a committee that is actually formal. Some club member, for example, for the sports, we are actually gathering together. That is informal grouping. Team type. What are the different types of teams available? Cross-functional, self-managed, virtual, etc. What are the reasons for team failure? Lack of clarity, poor communication, leadership issue. These are the major reasons for team failure. Group development stages which include forming, storming, norming, performing, adjourning. These are the very, very important stage. I'm very sure that this question will be asked in the examination. In the sense, describe group development stages. Write a brief note on group development stages. Likewise, you may get a question. I request everybody to prepare a short notes. Whatever I'm explaining, you make a brief note. You can directly copy this PPT in your normal A4 size paper so that you can revise whenever you are entering to the exam hall. Unit number 6 comes under culture, power, change, and stress. What is power sources? Legitimate, reward, coercive, expert, and referendum. You try to remember these technical terms and give brief explanation. Organizational culture include shared value, belief, levels, then artifacts, value, and basic assumptions. Strong versus weak culture. Culture value widely shared versus unclear value. That is actually strong culture. Strong culture means clear values widely shared, because some organization they will really follow the strong value of culture, where some other organization they are like they never bother about those, they are actually following weak culture. That means unclear value. Change forces, technology, globalization, competition, workforce diversity. These are the different factors which are affecting the workforce changes. Nowadays, we can see after post-COVID, there are changes in the workforce, right? Then stress. Talk about the stress, very important. Physical and emotional response to the pressure. A relation to the performance, that is inverted U curve. Moderate stress improves the performance. Of course, we require moderate stress. Of course, that will improve the performance. Every time moderate stress is required. Otherwise, work will not happen. That is what my experience. Then brief notes I wanted to suggest you. Functions of management. It includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. So first step is planning. Second step is organizing. And moving on to third step is staffing. Fourth one is directing. Fifth one is controlling. Try to study all those things. Decision-making flowchart you have to study. Then Maslow pyramid, Herzberg table, and Blake and Mountain grid, ground stage diagrams. Cultural level, then artifacts, values, and assumptions. Those things you have to remember very carefully. Second one, what I suggest you that you mainly whenever you're writing, kindly underline the important points. You try to copy all the points from my PPT and my presentation. Whenever you're writing in the examination, I request you to copy. Okay, I request you to copy. Whenever you're writing the examination, I request you to remember what you have written. Okay, I mean first you do the copy all the content from my PPT, prepare a separate notes before entering to the exam hall because your exam may be 2 o'clock, but till 1:30 you can read, right? 1:30. Okay. So till that time you please keep revising. First you go in-depth note. Later you can revise my notes. That's the policy. So that it will be very easy. First you have to copy all the content. That's the request from my side. I wish you all the very best for your examination. Do well. Apart from that, I request you to subscribe my channel for getting similar kind of video. All the contents are related to management. Even I'm going to do the competitive exam preparation related to management students. Even kindly like the video if you found it is very helpful for others. Even give your valuable suggestion for the betterment. I'm doing. I'll try to do my best in the forthcoming days. Apart from that, I request you to share the video if you found it is really helpful for clearing the subject. This video is suitable for all the university. I wish you all the very best. Do well. Even passing percentage is very important. Get more score. Do well. I wish you all the very best and happy.